Hello and welcome to Season 3 of the Weyland Files. Yes, we are starting Season 3 not with a new set, but with new rules. From this moment on, we will be using the Evolved Edition rules. But I must say, when we were recording this, we were only on the first beta. And even while recording that day on the forums, they posted changes. And by the time I was editing this one, we were on beta 2. So mistakes were made and rules were changed. So I will be throwing up text now and again to explain new rules, rules that have been changed back, and just plain mistakes I made when I got confused by all of these new things, because that's who I am. Anyway, we are joining our friends on a marine adventure now. This will be the last adventure in the side missions from the Frontier War that we will record, and I must remind you that we have all of those available on our Ko-Fi page. You can download these scenarios in a bundle for free over there. So, and another thing I must mention, we have a special guest today. So join me and we will go to the last outpost. Welcome back to the Weyland Files, everybody. We are here together for another one-shot, and from this day on we are starting with the new rules. We have the beta now, so we have some idea of the new rules, and we already have the second beta of the stress response and panic response tables, so that's what we'll be using today. Keep in mind, these are brand new rules, mistakes will be made. Then, okay, I have a bunch of people around my table, and we have a very special guest today, all the way from, well, is it Texas or Ireland?
Both.
Both. We have Koen as a guest here today.
Howdy.
We already have some sort of small connection because we played Neon Void before, run by Jelle, and Koen knows the writer of that scenarios.
Hey, jockey.
Now, today we will be playing one of the side missions of the Frontier War. So we have a team of Marines around the table, and we are all on the Tamb'Itam, and you are all getting ready to go back into cryo. So when we enter the, the barracks, we run into all of you. So let's hear who is on that team today.
I am Quinn O'Neill. Currently, I'm a private. I'm an automatic rifleman. I'm trying to find out what the fuck happened to my brother, Flynn O'Neill, also known as Flanagan.
Are you twins?
Yes. I think so, actually.
Yeah, you're the buff version of Flynn.
I'm Private Sasha Gray, and Sasha Gray basically joined the Marines because somebody said that he couldn't do it. So yeah, not the best way to get caught up in all of this. And he's also an automatic rifleman.
Oh, okay, that's gonna be interesting.
Sasha Gray. That's also someone else.
Yes, I was wondering who would say it.
I mean, I saw it right away.
I was trying to keep my mouth shut. There we go.
I'll put it out there. I'll say it.
I'm confused. What?
You
You don't know who Sasha Gray is?
look her up
You have some
online.
Googling to do.
Yeah, Google.
Yes.
Like right now?
Incognito mode.
Maybe not right now.
Control Shift N.
Yes, I am a corpsman Laurence Smith. Joined the Marines to try and save lives, contrary to the rest of these idiots right here. And I'm trying to keep you all alive.
You're gonna get along with those two riflemen like
Perfectly.
house on fire, probably.
Sir! Rude! We didn't even do anything yet.
Yet.
Emphasis on yet.
That's what
And
I
we
said.
have at least one returning character today.
Yes, I'm Private First Class Lucas Brown. I scored record high points in all the simulations. The real fieldwork didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to, but I've been steadily improving and I've made some serious calls in the previous missions, which you should remember. I wear a ghillie suit, sometimes even outside of missions.
You're just standing in a corner, hoping not to get noticed. I am a plant.
They don't know what I
He was also in Flynn's episode, right?
Yeah, he's the one
Quite
who said
possibly,
let's not drop the grenades, and then we convinced him to drop.
And then I took the blame for everything going wrong in the
You were the
mission.
only survivor, of course you took the blame.
Do I already know from the field files that he was on that same mission, or?
You can decide that for yourself.
Ooh, fuck yeah!
And then Conan, who are you playing today?
Yeah, I'm Private Hank Dissum. I've heard all the jokes. I'm the dropship crew chief. And I like to keep things ship-shape and neat and tidy, so don't go screwing around in my dropship, okay?
Wow.
Okay, but if you're twins, then you have to recognize him though.
Yeah,
Then we probably have had that discussion before now, I think.
probably. Yeah, you probably
Like
thought you were
I
seeing
knew
ghosts or
I've met
something.
your brother and stuff. Yeah.
And stuff.
And stuff.
Condolences and stuff.
I met your brother and got him killed.
I didn't check
Sorry
check the
about
footage,
that, by the
chat.
way.
I didn't get him killed. I objected against the whole course of action from the beginning.
That's not what the report says.
You're all pretty much getting ready to go back into cryo. So what are you all doing?
Getting into our one-piece pajamas, I guess.
I am definitely just trying to get any information out there about what happened immediately. So yes, you've known Flynn. What the fuck happened? I need a lowdown because the field reports, I don't trust that shit. It's never right.
Well, the field reports will show that I personally took the responsibility for the things that went right and wrong in that mission. I haven't seen the video in recent times, so I don't remember exactly what happened. But I will tell you the story. What happened exactly? How did he...
He got shot by some Blackguard Marines.
On the wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
tossing some grenades down.
Two, in fact.
Yeah. So I will tell you that the situation got very complicated. That's what Lucas says, and he will just describe the act of the grenades having been thrown. Someone took the first action in combat. We got met with a bigger resistance than we had believed. It was a rather sordid affair, all in all. I regret being not having been more capable at the moment to bring everyone home in that particular time.
Quinn is definitely just broadening himself up and standing just a little bit too close for comfort. Just being like, you were telling me a lot of fucking fancy words.
That's just my lingo, I guess. But yeah, the reports are not entirely accurate, and I will divulge more if you want. The thing is, your brother was very eager to complete the mission, and unfortunately, it didn't quite turn out the way I had hoped, and we couldn't bring him home as well. I don't think we did. I think we had to leave him there.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, I regret everything about it. There's not much I can do right now not much I can say, obviously, I know, but you have my condolences nonetheless.
Well, or either way, went out the way he lived, dropping grenades.
I'm just eating a cracker, watching it.
Private Dissum's in the hangar doing some just final checks to make sure all of the equipment is properly stored and balanced.
Yes.
As he leaves the hangar bay and turns out the light, he stops at a console on the wall and types up a message and routes it into Mother for transmission off the ship encoded, and then walks in to the barracks room where everybody else is presumably kind of joshing around and getting ready, and says, folks, are we going to go to sleep here or what?
Yes.
I'll be stowing all my gear and just getting in my pajamas.
So who's reading the bedtime story? Really?
Do we have a
Not
ship
it.
synthetic on board? Do we have a bishop model perhaps with a
Yeah,
fast
you got
archive?
we got Roy running around on the ship.
But is he in the barracks with us right now?
He walks in just to check up on you.
Roy, hi! It's your turn for the bedtime story.
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with enough stories to regale you.
We just need one.
Yeah.
Well, I have heard about this Peter Pan fellow. Quite improbable if you ask me. And at that point, an alarm sounds, and Roy just looks up, and you can see him blank a little bit, and like the gears in his head start turning, and it's like, we all need to get together in the briefing room. So, right, get out of your sleeping gear, get into your combat gear, and I will see you in 10.
God,
And you gear up again.
fucking damn it.
Throw on the BDUs and the boots.
The onesies are so comfortable.
And when you all get together in the briefing room, Lieutenant Casados steps in, and Roy goes like, "Officer on deck."
The two of us just standing there with coffee, like.
And she goes, "At ease, Marines. I'm sorry to interrupt your well-earned time off, but a situation has arisen. A closed network satellite hub has intercepted a message that has been flagged as top-secret USCMC. Obviously, sensitive information should not be transmitted over public networks. That's why we suspect this information might be leaked. The obvious question being, by whom? The satellite is walled off from the rest of the network, and the package has been isolated on the server. Grab your gear, a mantis will be provided for your transportation to the satellite. I want you to retrieve the data and wipe all traces from the drives, and see if you can track its origins. If there is a leak, we need to plug it. The Tamb'Itam will keep position here as not to alert anyone that we're going after the data. As far as anyone knows, we are still operating as scheduled. This means a 3-day trek in the Mantis, and you'll be on your own. Keep all this information to yourself. This briefing never happened, and the information given to you does not leave this room. Understood?
Copy.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Gear up.
Does any of us know how to delete files and stuff?
I have the sneaking suspicion that nobody picked a contact Marine, so
yeah,
I have contact.
I have 4.
Okay. I have
Well, there's
one.
always grenades. You know.
I have wits.
Yes. Well, don't get us killed, William.
So this would be a good time to see if you want to take something more than your standard gear. So Roy, as usual, will be in the weapon depot.
What's actually in a marine pack?
It doesn't
Personal.
really-
It's a
here.
personal med kit
And then some gear.
Yeah.
It increases your carrying capacity by 2.
I have a medal which weighs as much as my ghillie suit.
Checks out.
Can
Then
I?
I do want to just find a good rifle.
Well, you have a pretty good rifle, you know. You're
Is that the smart gun?
yeah.
Ah, nice. Okay.
That's what Vasquez and Drake carry in Aliens.
Okay. No, then just more ammo. Just stocking up on ammo.
Yeah, you do need to take ammo with you. I did not put that on your sheet, so
I'm taking ammo.
better if you stock up on that. Each ammo clip is about 1/4 of weight.
Can I take, like, the word is escaping me, like the machine that helps you with your contact?
Electronic tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take that.
Okay. Then I'm taking that.
Ammo is individual.
It's a clip.
Okay.
And if you have your clip, you will roll your supply. So you roll, for example, if your ammo is 2, that
Okay.
means you roll 2 dice. If you roll 1 facehugger, you only have 1 dice left in your ammo. It's when you reach 0 on your ammo that you need to reload.
Okay.
And then your
Okay.
ammo counter goes back up to
All right.
2 in this
But-
case, for example, on
But
the
so
revolver.
in the smart gun, the 4 ammo is that there's 4 bullets in the clip.
No, your ammo supply
You
is
roll
4.
after shooting.
So you
you
roll
roll
4
of
dice.
these, and
Okay.
if you lose one, you have 3 ammo.
Ah.
So if you keep
okay.
rolling well, your ammo will last.
Okay. I am because, yeah, 4 pieces is 1 weight. I am just straight up going to take 8 pieces of ammo along
Same.
for the rifle, and then I want to take 8 as well for the service pistol.
If you can carry that,
Yes, I
it's
can.
fine by me.
Then I still have left.
Arne, how much does an electronic tools weigh? Was that a half?
I think it's a half, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be grabbing my surgical kit for sure. Are there smoke grenades available?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I think those are a 4th.
Okay, taking 2 smoke grenades for sure. Maybe an EMP grenade since we need to delete the data. And do we have like flares steadily available as well?
Yeah, flares are a thing.
This is a
Run a
And they
satellite,
even
maybe.
do damage. They do fire damage if you want to use them as a weapon.
I have this suspicion that I don't need a ghillie
Grenades.
suit. That I don't need a
There are
ghillie suit.
grenades.
I would like some grenades, thank you.
Which kind do you want? The explosive ones or the shock ones?
Explosive ones.
The explosive grenade has actually the same stats, 2 explosion damage,
Okay.
and they're a lot cheaper than the electroshock grenades.
Okay. And I'm actually also gonna grab 4 of those.
You need a backpack for that?
No, I still have left to carry.
Here's a necklace for those.
I'm currently at 8.5. I have 12 encumbrance.
Hank's going to take some electronic tools along as well. And
They
it's
are-
because he likes to be, like, conform to regs and whatnot. Does bring, like, along with the pilot, basically, like a spare set of M3 armor for himself and our section pilot, and a spare rifle for each of them as well, with 4 reloads, I guess.
Do we
They-
have a pilot among you actually?
Not currently. I think the pilot's there in the
Oh,
our
okay, I thought
NPCs.
Okay, so the pilot will be an NPC then,
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
But he just,
I do have Joan Redding, which is also a character that Sarah played. We can use her as an NPC pilot.
But then not get her killed because that would be rude.
That would be
Duncan Lloyd will be so devastated when she dies.
No, we can't do that.
Do I need anything else as a medic besides a medkit and a surgical kit? Or is that the basics?
Medkits are single use,
I'd
so
agree.
if
More
you,
medkits,
Yeah, if
yeah.
you want more medkits, that's possible. The surgical kit you can reuse, and the surgical kit also has a scalpel in it, so you can use it as a weapon as well.
I swapped the grassland ghillie suit for urban camo. I know, we're
What is
entering,
that?
we're entering a satellite. Did I miss
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
No,
So,
you're
yeah.
entering a satellite, so metal paneling, is that a thing on your ghillie suit?
Just some like gray, lighter gray, dark gray blocking, I guess.
You need some face paint too with that.
I want a nice night vision goggles.
I'm taking a medkit just in case.
Night vision goggles, that's a good question actually.
I don't know. I'm
Um,
just playing Splinter Cell. So.
don't think they have night vision, but if you want, we can use the binocular stats, and it will give you the bonus that if it gets dark, you can use it. So it gives you a +2 on observation, and it will remove darkness.
I'm gonna say weight a half. I don't know.
Weight is a half, yeah.
Yes.
Can I take a blowtorch?
Cutting torch?
Cutting torch. That was what I asked.
Yeah. Cutting torch has power 3, weight 1. It does heavy machinery +2, and I need to go back to weapons. So if you want to use that as a weapon, it has different stats. It has a -1 modifier, does damage 3, range is adjacent to adjacent. It is armor piercing. Armor piercing in the new rules is a -1 on the armor. Another thing you can do with armor is you can aim for weak spots. It will give you a disadvantage on your roll, but it will also lower the armor rating by 1. Which is kind of important because if you come across something that has a high level of armor, your base damage of your weapon needs to be higher than that value, but you can use all the modifiers you have to lower it. If it isn't, you can't damage the thing. Which was one of the miscalculations that led to my premature death last time in the Hope's Last Day game. I'm going to check for the flares, if I can find it again, but I have to go to the Marines book. They do damage 2, they weigh a 4. Yeah, any critical injury inflicted will be number 15, but that's old rules. I'm of the opinion if the old rules don't clash with the new rules, we can just work around it.
We don't need the damage table. We're just going to a
I
satellite.
didn't print it.
Whatever
What could
could
possibly
go wrong.
go
What
wrong?
could possibly go wrong?
Exactly, yeah.
Did 3 of us just say that?
Yes.
This is
Take
my
a drink.
final day. I'm retiring.
There was a character in there who had a pregnant wife, and I'm like, I'm not playing that dude.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Look,
But he's gonna die.
I'm going home to my son tomorrow.
Right.
Yep, no, knocking on wood more.
So when you're all ready and geared up, you go to the docking bay, where there will be a Mantis transport waiting for you. Joan Redding is there, already doing the pre-flight check.
Dissum's there alongside, also helping with pre-flight.
Yeah, probably loading in the gear and stuff.
He's got his little, like, personal water level, spirit level. And he's just like placing it on things and making sure the bubble is in the right place. And
I nodded like with approval.
It's like placing it on an angle, and it's like, yes, perfectly.
And Lieutenant Casados is looking at you from a window looking out on docking bay, and she's like nodding, like Godspeed, soldiers. Well, Marines, not the same. Godspeed, Marines.
It's just a satellite, right?
It feels
Godspeed.
heavy, like the
Mercy.
setup.
I'm just trying to get you nervous.
Yes, because that is not standard.
It was gonna be 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So there's bunk beds in there and stuff?
Well, not really, but the Mantis is larger than the dropship, so you have some space.
Do the chairs flip back or not?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I can imagine a bunch of Marines in an enclosed space for 3 days. It's gonna smell a bit.
For the record, do we have rations on such on board?
You have some rations. Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, Lucas.
Smells like Sasha Grey in here.
What?
Dissum like pokes his head from out of the cockpit door and says, "Make sure you didn't bring any of those hot dog and macaroni and cheese rations. I hate those things."
I'm going
Damn it.
Heaps. Let's not microwave this fish as well.
So yeah, after
We're out in
3
the middle of
days.
space. Where did you even get fresh fish?
Who told you it was fresh? It's probably synthetic or
It's
something.
like it's got like FEESA as a fish, like it's quite not quite fish.
We had one cryopod left over, so we
It's
used
full
it
of
well.
fish.
It's full of fish.
It's not, it's, I can't believe it's not fish.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like packed in there.
So you arrive at the station. This is Leonidas Station. It is a small satellite, and you can see it's like kind of a blocky build with large dishes on the outside and antennas sticking out at all angles.
Yep, this is a satellite.
Your observational skills are out of this world.
Leonidas, nothing tragic ever happened to a Greek person.
Hank, are you sitting in the cockpit?
Yes.
You notice that there is a radar ping, but the signal is way out, so it's impossible to see what it is until it comes into view.
Hey, Lieutenant. Got a ping here on the long range. Can't quite make it out. What do you think it is? What should we do?
Well, not much we can do. We'll have to wait and see, but it seems to be coming here. It's definitely en route to the station.
We've got company.
Should we stay on station outside once we drop off the kids?
I'll stay docked probably. It's safer.
Okay. Probably keep the engines warm then, just in case.
That's a good idea. We might need to get out of here quickly if this turns out to be something else than a supply ship. So, who's going to roll for piloting?
Not
You're
it.
surprisingly not good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the crew chief. I'm not the pilot of the
Yeah.
of the ship.
I have a 5 for this.
But where's my brother when you need him?
Oh, right, he was a pilot. That's
Did you were in the episode? I didn't kill your brother.
No, that's metagaming.
Somebody has to roll.
yeah. So
Yes, I did.
either I roll for it or you roll for it.
Let's have me roll for it. What are
So
their
you'll
stats?
need 8 dice.
All right.
There we go.
All right.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Oh, that is. Joan just swiftly moves, switches some buttons, takes the stick swiftly. In one movement, you hear the clunk as she docks smoothly with that station.
Can she bank one of those successes for if we have to take off again?
I'll write it down.
Yeah.
No repeats, please. Last time.
Oh my god.
Textbook barking job, Lieutenant. Thanks very much.
Start clapping.
Yeah, everybody.
The applause, right?
Oh, you're one of those people. Okay, so I am going to give you a handout of the station.
Where did we land, Doc?
Main airlock is on level C.
And this isn't a manned station, right? We're not expecting people here.
It is a manned station.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so we're not going running in SWAT style, checking corners. There's people working here.
Yes.
Okay.
And they have been walled off from the system for the same amount of days that you've been
Okay.
on your transport.
Do we ring the doorbell or how do we announce ourselves?
Breaching charges.
Hank and Lieutenant Cooper have been obviously probably in contact with traffic control for the station, so they know we're here and that we've
Yeah.
docked and arrived.
Yeah, they definitely know you're there, but nobody is opening the door.
Rude. Can we open the door?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'll take off the breaching charges.
No.
It's
I'm not allowed to do nothing.
How do we open the door?
You can see somebody standing on the other side, but they're a bit hesitant to let you in.
We came all this way, man.
They probably can't hear us either because thick.
It's double door, so it's
So I
completely
wait.
inside.
Yeah,
and
we
I,
just
like,
motion
like.
I woke up and I show my medic badge and I sign them to open the door.
Okay, roll your manipulation.
You're
I'll
not
give you a
bad.
+1 for your medical badge.
Good thing I have empathy. That doesn't look very good.
It doesn't work because
You can
there's
see-
two Marines behind you.
You can see the,
Koen.
the person, like...
Can I try to read their lips?
a -4 observation.
That's a 0.
That's a 0.
Can I open the door myself?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
With a contact roll, but also a -4.
Can I assist in that?
Do
Hang
you
on.
have contact yourself?
Yes.
So
Then
my
you can assist, yeah.
Yes.
So I have 4 for contact,
You have
You lose
-4,
and you
Yeah.
gain
but I
one
have
health.
2 for my electronic
Yeah,
tool,
Gain
and
right?
one
help.
So 3.
This is fine.
Why would you jinx it?
The bane of any TTRPG. Doors.
Can I push
Doors
that?
are
you
hell.
can.
Doors, small rivers,
Yeah.
hills.
No!
Yeah.
And they have a
Wow.
penalty.
You have a stress response. Roll a d6, plus your stress, minus your resolve.
So 4 total.
4. You are deflated. This means you cannot push any skill rolls. So you cannot push any stress rolls until you relieve the stress. So that's also a new thing. It used to be like 10 minutes. Now it is until you relieve the stress. But what I will also say, you can use your extra successes, your stunts, to relieve stress points.
So I tried to open it, I'm like, oh man. She's broke. I'm
I
just
told you
in
to
the
do it
corner.
differently. Okay.
Can we hail the station?
Yeah, can we
again?
just go like just once again try to address this person?
Doors are so hard in RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bane of our existence.
Up in the cockpit, Dissum like unbuckles his
Yeah.
strap and taps Cooper on the shoulder and says, "I'm gonna go see what's taking them so long."
Yeah.
Steps out of the cockpit door and is like, "What's going on?"
They won't
Quinn
let
is
us in.
losing his spacious and just like boom, boom, boom.
All right. Give me a second, and I'll go ahead and roll a contact roll to try and open the door
Alright.
myself.
Can
So
I try
that
and help
is
out
5 dice.
Yeah, you can help out, yeah.
Make it
so,
6.
Make
Okay.
it 6?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Cool.
You're like, guys.
And just basically like take out the pad and rewire a few things, press the big green button on the doorway, and then just goes.
Well, I loosen it up for you. Because doors are like jars. I don't know.
Just for a second, like,
Some
wait,
doors
it's
are-
not working.
Hey.
Boom.
I'm not exactly the joking type, so I
Some
don't know
doors
if I would
are
do
a
that.
jar.
Yeah, there you go. You made it for me. Well, your door is now ajar, so you're welcome.
What, did he only need 1 success? Can he bank 1?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'll bank that other success for later on.
So yeah, the door goes like, and the inner door is like a little bit rusty but it opens up.
I wanna, as Quinn, just kind of stride in Find the people who are at the window and go, you better have a fucking explanation for this.
You're the ones with guns. We just work here.
You knew we were on our way to come and help out.
You could have been anyone.
Sure, whatever.
But that's what the patches are for.
Yeah, well, in our experience, soldiers barging in, and you have a small group. It's not the whole station because you know there's at least 8 people on that station, and there's a small group, and they're all wearing fatigues, but they're worn down, and they have the Weyland Yutani logo on them, and they have this wary look in their eyes.
Can you tell us what you're referring to? Has something happened with other soldiers before?
People with guns. It's not ideal on a space station.
Let us all pray that we do not need them at all and that they can stay stowed away.
Should we just go back to the ship? Like,
Jeez, fuck.
What are we doing here? We're coming to retrieve data that is stored on the satellite, but is that
Right.
data that was intercepted by the satellite and there's something fishy about it, or?
So the
What-
way it works is you need relay stations.
Yes.
Because radio signals only go so far. Well, they can just go on in space, but sure. So you need relay stations, and this station specifically picked something up, and it was automatically flagged by Mother.
Yes.
And so that flag was sent out like there's something suspicious here. It seems like this is UCMC data, but this is an open network. So they went in, ordered Mother to isolate it on the server and lock down everything, so you can go in,
Fair.
retrieve the data, and hopefully nobody else got their hands on it. That's
make-
basically the idea.
and make sure it's not still on the servers too. We have to do
Exactly.
everything.
You need to take it out, and then the station can just go along their business.
So it sounds like, I mean, obviously these folks know why we're here, even if they're not exactly the most welcoming bunch.
They know that Mother suddenly closed down the station, cut off all communication, and that somebody was going to come there. They don't specifically necessarily know what's going on.
Alright, let's get the data and get out.
Could you lead us to the point in the ship where we can retrieve it, please?
Yes, that will be the data center.
All right, lead the way.
Well, if you go straight ahead, you will have the control center, and to the side on your right, you will have the data center.
Alright, let's go.
Dissum calls back. Hey, Coop, I'm gonna go check out this data center. We'll keep the door open and the engine running, huh?
Okay.
Should also probably be keeping an eye on that signal we were getting that was coming closer.
I'll keep an eye.
Actually, yeah.
Do we have something to
The second
communicate
thought,
with the
make
pilot?
a pretty good point there, PFC Brown. I'll stay here. Looks like this door could use some lubricant anyway. I think I got some back in the hole
Some
here.
WD-40.
I'll keep an eye on y'all through talk, and
Sure,
Coop and I will keep the everything
stay close.
ready for you.
You have built-in comms in your
Yeah.
armor, so
Oh, beautiful.
you want to move towards the data center
Yes.
where the servers are, and your way is blocked by a bulky fellow who says like, "What are you trying to do here?"
Our mission.
Which is,
We're coming to retrieve data that was flagged and intercepted by Mother that could be dangerous if it fell in the wrong hands, and we would like to have access to your data center, please.
And after that, the station will unlock, and we can all just go back. to
and
this
how will
target.
you guarantee me that you only go for this specific type of data? I am responsible for this whole thing. I am not taking the blame.
Please,
If you
please join us, stay right next to us, and observe what we are doing.
do, you have your orders with you?
Did somebody bring them?
Have we have physical orders? Do we have physical?
No, you don't. It's all off the book. Remember?
It's classified, which
Yeah.
means
Yeah.
it's above, most of our pay
It's
grades.
upper echelon.
Well, that's easy for you to say. You have all the guns.
How about we just go back home, and then the station stays locked forever?
We come back in a week when they run out of air.
Or out of coffee. We don't even have to stay a week. Just like how much coffee do you have left?
At this point, you see like, oh fuck.
So I'm trying to like, hey man, we don't want to be here either.
Okay, roll manipulation.
Why do I have to roll for manipulation? I have
Because
empathy.
you are the one talking.
Yeah,
I'll
there
assist
you go.
because I was also
And
talking.
it's gonna be opposed.
Can I get an assist? Okay.
I was also talking.
That'll be interesting. Okay, roll your stress response.
You're already deflated.
Okay.
Am I catatonic? No, that's not gonna be it.
You get the shakes. So even though you seem to be able to convince the guy, it does make you a bit nervous. So all your agility go -2.
Okay, but does my stress go
Except for
up?
maybe lose
No,
height.
your stress does not go up.
So as soon as I stress relieve, both of these effects go away?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, the guy relents. Fine, fine.
It was the coffee that did it.
And
Totally not
he
such.
actually opens up the door to the server. So this is a room full of racks of equipment. It's very noisy. It's warm. There's 2 ways to go about it because there's no access terminal in there. So if you need to identify which server it is, and then you either try to get the data off of it with an access terminal, or you just take the whole thing.
I will remain at the door with my rifle, just standing guard. I don't just shed.
Our contact person isn't present. Our
Yeah.
contact person.
I guess I'm the best contact user, technically.
I can assist because I also have contact, but I do think
Should
your
we call?
skills
Should we
are
call
better.
Hank over?
Might be for the best.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna on the intercom say, Hank, can you come in here? We need to retrieve the data. It's looking a bit. There's a lot of stuff.
Aye. You know, 10, 15 seconds later, just
Yeah.
shows up at the door. I was
It's
like,
not far. So.
all right, point me to it.
Right, that's number one. We don't know quite where it is at the moment.
We just point at the entire room
Yeah.
like it's in here somewhere.
It's in the cloud.
Oh no!
Hank wears glasses as like an affectation, sort of, because I mean, like, it's the future. Like, you get pretty good eye surgery, I'm pretty sure, but he does wear like round glasses, like with wire frames, and he just kind of pushes them on his nose and shakes his head a little bit. It's like jar heads, man.
Hey, this wasn't in the job description. But I
Well.
can assist.
Yeah, maybe some help, Private Gray. Yeah, well, time to start taking a poke around, I guess. Is there any modifier to this?
Well, what are you trying to do?
Isolate which server the sequestered message is on, and then basically we'll go pull that from the server and scrub it after that.
That will be a wits roll.
Straight wits.
Unless you say I want to access a terminal, then you need to go to the control room, and then it will be a contact roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go to the control room then and make a contact roll.
You're like, oh, jarheads, you need a screen and a
Need your
keyboard.
hands held for everything.
I am going to be shadowing him.
You see that there is actually one person in there, a Bishop model android is working on one of the stations. So you sit down at one of the free access terminals and
Yeah. He looks at the bishop and says, can you get some privacy in here, please?
he stands up and walks out.
Thanks.
Awesome.
3 successes.
Oh wow. So it doesn't take you long to figure out where it is. You can backtrace it and you will get a location like Rack 5, Unit 4.
Right. All right. Would it be possible for me to, before I relay this to the rest of the squad, like open a separate window and take a little poke around in the rest of the records, see if there's anything that catches my eye?
Sure. Do you want to use one of your stunts for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right.
Do I see what you're doing since I was assisting you?
I mean, you're certainly going to be nearby the terminal, I'd say.
Okay.
You also realize that this data package is encrypted. So you do find it, but you are not able to read it.
I key the mic and say, all right, folks, here's your position for the server. Here's the number. We'll get that isolated and cleaned out here in a moment, but just keep an eye on it.
Fantastic. I think it's best if we just take the whole server with us.
That's the question. Do you want to extract it digitally or do you want to extract it physically?
Probably be easier just to pull the rack entirely
that's
and
what
then
I'm inclined to do. So
wipe it ourselves after we're done
yeah,
later on. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to rack 5, unit 4, and start, I don't know, disassembling the upholstering. I don't know, and then get it out of there.
The guy that showed you the room goes like, "What are you doing?
I'm removing the data.
You know you don't need to remove the whole thing, right? We need this. You're gonna take more than just your message. There's probably some other stuff on there."
We'll bring it back when we have done everything we need to do with it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm telling you. You have my word.
He's gonna try to stop you.
Okay, then I stop, because I'm not that kind of guy. All right, that's fair. I'll ask my my guy in the chair if he can pull it, the software aspect of it, and I'll relay that message with a big sigh.
Were you looking up anything else in the meantime?
Yeah, I was going to keep digging a little further into the rest of the station systems, and yeah, again, just looking for anything that seems particularly interesting, either by file names or like dates or points of origin.
So
Hank, removing the data physically is a bit of a touchy subject. You might just want to download it from back there.
Crybaby civvies. Copy that, Brown. I'm gonna start the process of deleting it, pulling it and then deleting it from the archive.
Sorry, like delete it, and now I'm gonna. Oh no!
Oops.
all right.
Like I did it again.
I found the Annie key.
Sorry, I got that.
But you didn't get Sasha Grey.
I'm really bad with names. Like seriously bad with names. Stop laughing.
Okay, yeah, downloading it on whatever drive you have on you works perfectly fine. So you do have your encrypted data with you.
Right. And yeah, I'm just gonna wipe the trace as well of it being in the system and say, all right, package secured. I'm
Thank you.
walking back to the ship.
Okay, but what did you look up? Like.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to know as well. And like I said, like I'm not looking really for anything very specific, but I'm like combing through to see if there's anything that seems like could be considered valuable information, like because it's kind of a thing of any intel is good intel until you figure out if it's bad intel, I guess is his mindset. So he's just looking through, seeing if there's anything that came from like suspicious origin points, such as like corporate controlled sectors, or anything with like a out of place, like I guess like header to like data field, like body of the message. Any files that are suspiciously large or suspiciously small.
I'll need another contact roll.
This is a short scenario.
There's one success.
Yes.
That's what's concerning me.
Yeah.
You do find
first
something.
room in the first
Huzzah.
floor. Something's up.
You find something. It's also encrypted, but you are able. It's a small package, so you were looking for large or small. It's.
Sorry.
Is this a chat thing all over again?
I'm really glad my cousin isn't actually present for this, because he'd be encouraging exactly that.
Please pull out the small package.
Some would say it's perfectly average.
It's the motion of the
It's
ocean,
a good size
okay?
package.
Miss Gray is disappointed in the size of the package.
But it is encoded in something you recognize as being UPP.
What do we have here? Just like
It's a very small
moves
data
that
burst.
file as well, and then also deletes its trace in the system.
And it was an outgoing message.
Who did say it? Well, it's encoded, so probably
It's
I
encoded,
can't tell
so,
who it's
yeah.
from, but okay.
It's a small data burst. You don't know who it's from or what it is, but it's outgoing, and the station is actually near the border with the UPP, so it went out into UPP territory.
If it's outgoing, because I'm standing right next to him, is it outgoing from this station?
Yes.
What's the date stamp on that?
Is that encrypted as well?
No, you can go through the logs corresponded with it, and you can see that the date was actually 3 days ago.
So did somebody
right.
on the station warn UPP about the data package that we just have?
I mean,
Is UPP coming for us?
There is an
That
incoming
means we should go
vessel.
now.
You're not in the room.
yeah,
I'm standing at the door.
We're not in the room.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm literally standing at the door with
Okay.
my rifle in hand.
You're
Dissum
like-
looks to Gray if you're saying that and says, yeah, that might explain that weird bogey on the radar as well. Like radio Cooper and say, hey, you might want to scan nearby again, and also maybe take the safety locks off the weapon.
You're over your intercom like, I am getting some weird signal bounce back from that ship. I cannot get a clear read on it.
Well, just to be on the safe side, safety's off, I think, while we get out of here.
Safety's off.